Morning, everybody. Today is Friday, July the 30th, 2021. Almost to the end of July. Wow. So I'm here to show you what I've stitched on the last couple of days. Um, I haven't made a whole lot of progress, so I didn't make a video yesterday. Plus, I didn't feel good yesterday, so anyway, do y'all like these earrings? I don't know. Today I just wanted a little bit more bling than normal. So, hope you all are doing well and ready for the weekend. So I did have two things that I finished the last couple of days. Not fully finished, just finished stitching. And one of them was my Erica Michaels, the hashtag EMABC SAL. And this is from the pattern called Sampler Book. So I finished letter B, and I think it's so adorable. Just so cute. So, every time I've gone, to start a new pattern, like I got finished with B and I was looking at C and, thinking about pulling threads and stuff like that. And it called for white for the letters. I was planning on doing all of them on this fabric. Well, it's white. So, I mean, I can change the color, obviously, but I really, like, every time I get ready to stitch one of these, it's like I would love to see it stitched up, or at least a mock-up of the colors. I've said this before, like black and white charts, they just are really difficult for me. Like, I can't, I don't know, I have trouble seeing what it is if it's black and white. I really need the color. So anyway, I did some more searching. I've gone on Instagram before, and they have a few people that have worked on this in the past, but there's nothing that I've seen that's current other than, the hashtag EMABC style that we're doing right now. Of course, I would like to see someone who's finished it completely, right? So I did a Google image search, and I did find a video on Jen's Stitching Niche. I think she says Niche. I don't watch her. I've heard of her before. I probably should watch her. I think she says niche. I don't know. Everybody else pronounces it niche. I pronounce that word niche. But anyway, on her FlossTube 23 from back in 2018, she showed her completed sampler book. She actually finished it into a book, and it's so pretty. And, I don't know if I'd be able to find the instructions for finishing, but I think I could probably figure something out, because I really didn't know what I was going to do with these otherwise, other than just do some little smalls. But then it's like, how do you display them? I don't know. So anyway, and on hers, she basically took each pair of letters, and they're stitched on a different fabric. And so, like, A flips over to B, and then C and D are on the same fabric. And so I was able to see it, those letters stitched up, see the whole thing stitched up. And I bookmark that video so that I can go back and see it over and over again. Each letter as it comes along, I want to go in and look and see hers stitched up. So, what I decided to do for C and D, like C has some white letters, and then D is daffodil. So there's a lot of yellow. So, for sure that needs to be on a little bit darker fabric. So I just cut another piece this big, and I'm going to dye it probably today or tomorrow. I might dye it like a gray or a tan. I haven't made up my mind. But anyway, I also decided that I when I first started stitching these, obviously I did not put the stitches down at the bottom. The pattern has it written, each specialty stitch written out. And so if I'm going to turn this into a sampler book, I do want to have that on there so that, years from now, people can look at it. I can look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's butterfly stitch, and so on. So, anyway, all of that to show you this little sweet little finish. And like I said, I did, the chart doesn't call for these little X's in between the motifs on the border, but I put those in so that I wouldn't have to carry threads or run them under on the back. And I think it looks really pretty. I like it. Of course, those are my colors. So I also finished my cross stitch camp for July. I finished that little hummingbird guy, and I think he's adorable. And so I was thinking about this morning. My little grandson Malachi, he came over one day, and I guess maybe I was kidding it. And so he saw the pattern, and I was asking him if he knew, what each bird was. He used to know birds really well. He's kind of gotten out of it a little bit, but I think he still likes birds. So I was thinking that I may turn these into ornaments for him. Just make one every year or a couple a year. I mean, I've got other ornaments that I'm making for him, but I think these might be, something that I could do for him throughout the years. So I think he might like that. So that's a cute little finish. So what else did I stitch on? I stitched on my other stitch along that I'm working on currently. That's active currently. And that's the Little Women. And I did get finished with the house. So this release number 2 that has the house, it also has a border down at the bottom below the house. I'm just going to incorporate that into release 3. And I basically divided that part of the chart up into, I think, 4 pieces, 4 sections. And I'll work on those the next couple of weeks. I love it. Love it, love it. I haven't really stitched on Elizabeth West in the last couple of days. I just haven't felt like working on the over one. But hopefully I'll get her caught up. So this this project is starting to be like a thorn in my side. So I'll insert a picture here of fall into autumn. And I did this I don't remember the last time I stitched on this. I don't remember if it was last week. I think it was last Thursday. I stitch on this on Thursdays because it's Thankful Thursday. So when I stitched on it last time, I forgot that I was stitching on 18 count, and I was doing 1 thread and 1 strand of floss. And then I recognized I was just going to go with it and just do the sunflowers, which is the next thing that I'm stitching on this. I was just going to do both of the sunflowers on this row with 2 strands. Well, then I realized I had a mistake. So I just ripped it all out. So last night I started stitching on it again, and I was watching Handmaid's Tale. That show, y'all. Not only is it just so disturbing, like especially the beginning of it, the first season, but I cry like a baby. Like the last couple of episodes I'm watching, it just breaks my heart, like seriously breaks my heart. So I was watching that and stitching this, which was probably not a good idea. And I stitched this one little petal with 1 strand. And then I changed colors and started doing 2 strands. So I had to rip all of it out again. So, but anyway, this is fall into autumn. I am eliminating one of the bands that was on it that I didn't really care for. And so, I thought that was going to help me finish faster. Not if you got to rip out every time you stitch on it. And then let's see, my Wordy Wednesday piece is Craft Room from Shannon Christine. Love it. I didn't get a whole lot of progress on it. It seems a little silly to even show you. I think I say that every time I show this. But, so I've been working right here on these little fabric swatches. And so I got a little bit more of those done. Let me move that thread out of the way. A little bit more of those done. I stitched on that while I was watching Virgin River. Do y'all watch Virgin River? I finished this past season, finally. I was trying to make it last, and then the last couple of episodes, it was like, okay, I want to see what happens. So, on these fabric swatches, she's got these little long stitches on it. I'm not going to do those. I don't think they look very nice. I guess I don't even know what it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to leave those off. And then my weekly focus piece, the Doreen Jones Garden Sal. I did do a little bit more on the hedgehog. And I got, he's got mistakes. I don't know. I think maybe it's a she, because it's got a little flower on it, little barrette. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It doesn't have a stem, so maybe she just has a flower in her fur. I don't know. But anyway, I made mistakes on the hedgehog, but I wasn't frogging it. I mean, not every hedgehog looks exactly perfect, right? So that's my progress on that. That's what I've stitched on. I haven't done anything more on the quilt on the wall behind me or my Project Linus. I just really haven't felt like sitting at the sewing machine. And I don't think I've talked about this, but the last couple of months I've been thinking about making project bags and saying, what's holding me back? Why am I not just stepping out and doing it? And then I filled out paperwork for the rheumatologist that I saw last week. And one of the questions on there was, what is the one thing, or what are the things that cause you the most pain? And it was like standing at the kitchen sink and sitting at the sewing machine. So I don't know, maybe that has a big part to do with it. Just get this burning pain in between my shoulder blades. And I know it's from posture more so than anything else, but it hurts. And then the last couple of weeks, I've had rib pain. And when I sit down, right now, it's hurting me. It's okay when I'm standing up or lying down, but when I'm sitting, it just starts burning like crazy. So I haven't felt like sitting at the sewing machine. Anyway, I did want to give you someone to follow if you're on Instagram. His account is Dune X Stitch. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. It's DEWN X Stitch. And I'll link him on the show notes, and yeah, I may put him down here at the bottom so you can see when this is running. But anyway, he's done, I think, finished 10 and framed and everything on the wall, mirabilias. I mean, I don't think I ever want to stitch a mirabilia. That's just not my, I don't see myself stitching one, but gosh, they're gorgeous. And he's got 10 finished on his wall. Just gorgeous, beautiful. I think he's in Stitching 911 maybe on Facebook. which is Stacy the 911 Stitcher here on YouTube. That's her Facebook group. I think I think on there is where he posted some pictures, and then I went and jumped over to Instagram and started following him over there. So beautiful, beautiful work. I have on my notes to talk about August plans. I think I'm going to save that till tomorrow. I am planning to do a video tomorrow. Um, my husband did tell me that he was okay if I needed to order another laptop or whatever, and so I did decide to order another iPad, is what I'm getting. My iPad is like one of the first iPads, ever made, and I can't even update it or anything anymore. So recording on it is out of the question. I wouldn't be able to upload or anything with it. So I found a channel here on YouTube. It's called Think Media, and they have a lot of cool videos. And he had videos on recording with your iPad. And so that and the fact that it has a camera on the back, that if I get, a good tripod that will fold over, then that will give me an overhead filming setup where I can do, the tutorials and stuff. Like the one that I did on my last video talking about, doing the over and under threads. That looked fine when I was watching it on my phone. When I was recording it, I could see it well through my phone. When I watched it back on my phone, I could see it well. And then when I was watching it on my computer, editing my video, it was like, God, that's terrible. It's too far away. You can't see what I'm talking about. So hopefully that will help me a little bit, not only with the storage issues, but also with, doing other type videos that I want to do. And he had some cool videos on like video editing and what he uses and stuff like that. And he uses big name, like big time. He's a filmmaker. So, but he has one that, is an app for the iPad that is inexpensive and, does some really cool stuff. So, I'm interested to learn more about that. But anyway, my new iPad will be here tomorrow. I don't think I'll film on it tomorrow. I'll just film again on my laptop. But anyway, I'm going to film tomorrow. God, that was a long-winded segue into filming tomorrow and talking about August plans tomorrow. I'm going to try to kit some things up today, dye some fabric, and then kit some things up today and tomorrow. I also need to finish my August calendar little piece. I need to finish this so I can put it up for another month or so. So I did notice this week that Hobby Lobby has 50% off on their wall decor. So, that's a good opportunity to go and get something to finish some pieces with. So I'm going to sign off for now. I hope y'all have a good Friday, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow.